All right. Ready?
Ready.
Let's do it. Hello, hello. Welcome back to I Am Not Her. I am Speed. I am still not her. You know, the more time passes, the more I realize I'm just not her. But this is Rondell, okay?
Greetings. Who is this her?
Who is her?
Who is her, and why are you not her? What does her do that Speed doesn't do?
She is whoever you need her to be at any moment, and I'm just not her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just not me, you know. I'm just not the one,
Gotcha.
you know,
Gotcha.
or the two.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's really what that is. And I just feel the need to let the people know.
Okay.
Sometimes, more often than not, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. I'm realizing that, like, I kind of filter myself a lot on this podcast. And I feel like y'all still don't really know me. So I'm going to try to work on that and be a little more open, as they would say. Even though y'all are nosy and it's weird that you want to know anything about me, but that's my issue, not yours. So, tell us about yourself, Rondell.
I am a content creator slash photographer slash videographer
Slash the person who records my podcast.
slash the person that produces the podcast.
Yeah. In
Hi
case,
guys.
in case y'all were wondering, I do not make this great quality content alone. It's not me. I show up.
I help.
He does. He doesn't help. He does it. I don't do any of it.
I do it.
Yeah.
So if you need this type of stuff, just let me know, man. We're in Greensboro. I'm located in Greensboro. Got a studio. Holler at me.
Yeah.
I can come to you too. I fly.
Hey,
So,
travel.
fly me out.
You know what I mean?
I like getting flued out.
Hey, don't we all?
Yeah, man.
Don't we all? Yeah. I gotta get back on that.
Yeah. I
I
traveled a lot. 2021 and like early last year.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really been anywhere this year. Just throughout North Carolina, but not going anywhere really.
Where have I been this year? Oh, I guess I've done a little traveling. I've been to Boston. I've been to New York. I've been to West Virginia. I've been to Florida.
That's on my bucket list too, to shoot in New York.
Yeah.
I want the buildings in the background. Just gives me that Gotham City vibe.
Yeah. We can get it done. I just refuse to go to any of the cold places while it's cold.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Okay, great. Yeah, we can also, so we can do the city vibes in New York, and then also there's like upstate New York, and there's like Ithaca Falls, and we can go to Niagara Falls.
I want to go. That's on my bucket list too.
Yeah, we can do all that. That's always fun. Last time I went to Niagara Falls, I did, whew, that was in the beginning of my modeling career. That was back in the day. I want to say that was like 2015, maybe. It was a while ago.
Yeah, I think that's when I first shot you.
Yeah.
I think you were saying that you were just
starting
out.
Yeah, I did a shoot out there in Niagara Falls, but it was cold. It was the winter time, so it was frozen. It was like frozen icicles. It was really pretty, but that wind,
Yeah, I can imagine.
boy,
Coming off the water. Yeah.
boy, that was nothing to play with. Nothing to play with.
Probably tears in your eyes and stuff.
All of that. Yeah. So, tell me, what do you have planned for yourself for the next year that's about to come up on us?
Try not to die in World War III.
That's a good base. That's a good place to start.
Next year, what do I have planned for the next year?
Or
More
any
traveling.
goals for yourself for 2024?
Personal, business, or just in general?
Business first.
Book more out of state jobs.
Okay.
Um,
Y'all hear that? So if you're watching in Virginia and stuff, you need a videographer, you need a photographer, hit him up.
yes,
He will come to
absolutely.
you.
I will.
Virginia really ain't that far.
I went to Mexico for a job before.
See?
I will go anywhere Anywhere
He will come to you.
have toothbrush and camera, we'll travel.
Same. I also will. Also, just
Yeah,
to throw that out
modeling. If
there.
you need a model.
If you need a model, I will travel.
But yeah, do a little more traveling. I'm thinking about doing more lifestyle work.
Okay.
You know, I retired from that. Retired.
You go through your moods.
2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But I've been getting a lot of calls for family stuff, and I've been shooting like birthday parties and quinceañeras and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe I need to bring my website back.
Right.
That brand
That
that was doing that
website,
up.
yeah.
So we'll see. Somebody
Yeah.
called me for Christmas photos this morning. She was like, "Are you doing Christmas photos?" I was like, "I'll get back with you."
Like,
I'll get back with you at the end of the
Christmas
weekend.
photos? I don't know.
It crossed my mind just to make a quick bag,
Yeah.
like do like a
little.
mini sessions, build a set in the back. We'll see, man. But
Yeah.
I'm 50-50 on that.
Why are you hesitant?
I prefer what I do,
Yeah.
like working with more brands and businesses. It pays more money. It's less work.
Yeah.
Also, when you're working with like families and things like that, it's emotional.
Yes.
So people be on you like,
Yeah.
I can have in my contract, 7 to 10 days. But some people are calling me like the day after the shoot, like, you got a preview ready?
Okay. Wow.
I don't.
Yeah. I
Or
don't.
even if I do, I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that people have a strange concept of time and like expectation of time when it comes to photographers.
They do.
Very unrealistic is what
They think we hit the button and then just go home
and print
and
send
yeah.
it to them.
I'm like, to edit. I did some headshots the other day. It was like 8 headshots I gave back. This is high end, because she's like a legit actress. But that was like 2.5 hours of editing for like 8 images. Man, I don't think people realize that.
Right. And you're like a seasoned photographer, you know what I mean? Like, you know what you're doing when you're editing, and people don't understand, like, if you're booking with a newer photographer or somebody who's new to the game, it's probably going to take them longer.
Yes. That used to be a task.
Yeah, you know what
I
I
was
mean?
doing? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's crazy the expectations that people have, and just like, so I'm in school now, and one of our classes that we have to take is ethics, and it's so interesting because I'm like, we need ethics in the model and photography world. Like, we need this so bad. We need an ethics class as a collective, because there are just no boundaries. People have no limits. There's like, and especially with Instagram and a lot of us mixing our business and personal pages, I am guilty of that, and I need to do better.
Don't do that, people.
I need to do better. And it's becoming such a hassle. It's so exhausting.
I manage 5 pages. So.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Speaking of that, though, it could be a turnoff. I'm working with I'm in talks to be working with a food truck owner. And that's one of the first things I got to tell him. Like, he has his menu on one post. The next post, he's going on about Republicans and Democrats. I'm like, bro, like,
You can't do that.
next post, he's shirtless in the gym, sweating.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this like, this is the same guy cooking my food.
It's not giving.
Yeah, I'm like, just create a personal page, man.
Yeah, and I think the only reason why I've gotten away with it for so long is because I don't post anything personal on my page. Like, as far as the content goes on my actual page, it's all professional.
Yeah.
But as far as access goes, it's personal and professional.
Yeah.
And like, I'm realizing that I need to stop accepting bookings in my DMs. I need to have people email me. Like, if anybody contacts me for anything, I need to just direct them to my email immediately. Because even if I have that in the bio, people don't like to read. So stuff just gets so lost in the DMs. Hey, yo, like, the amount of messages that I get that are nothing, you know what I mean? That are just like emojis or like whatever. Yeah. Shit gets so lost and it's so exhausting, and I don't want to have to go through and filter and try to remember. I don't know y'all Instagram names. I'm sorry.
I see people they put that, like other photographers. They'll say, no DMs. Mm-hmm. It doesn't bother me. Like, I feel like if I said no DMs, I'd be leaving a lot of money on the table.
Right.
Because you have like a portion of the population that's to them that's email. Mm-hmm. They're not going to call you. They're not going to email you. They're not going to go to your website.
Yeah.
So for me, I just make a mental note. If you contact me and say, hey, let's shoot next Thursday at 4:00.
Right.
I will go immediately to my calendar and put it in there.
Yeah. I think that's the problem, is that, like, I'll have people who will see me post a project that they like. They'll be like, ooh, that's dope. I want to work with you. We should work together. And then I'm like, okay. And then it's like that planning process that gets lost in the DMs, because it's never just like, all right, let's just agree to a time, figure it. No, it's not. It's never that simple. You know what I mean? So I think I also need to turn off my story responses. Because you can still DM me, but you just can't respond to my story when you see.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. So, and I've done it. I'll do it occasionally, like when I just feel overwhelmed or overstimulated by Instagram. I'll do it. And it just filters out so much. It filters out so much. Yeah. Because now you don't get a message every time somebody sends you an emoji. Now it just like pops up on your thing, on your views. So they can still send emojis, but you just can't type anything to send to me when you see my story, which saves me from so much unnecessary stuff. And I'm like, I think I need to switch to that and just like find a balance of the two. But like I said, you can still respond. Like, if you saw a post on my story and you were like, oh, let me respond to this, you can just send me a DM directly. Yeah. But it's that extra step that really will discourage a lot of people. Like, so many. Oh, it's such a technology, man. Yeah. I want to delete my Instagram every other day. And I know I'm
over Instagram.
I'm over it. Like,
I like TikTok.
Oh, I can't say that.
I get news. I get my news from TikTok. TikTok is like my news, entertainment, conspiracy bag.
That's Facebook.
You don't get the good news on Facebook.
Oh, I do. Nah, I get the good news on Facebook. I get the good news.
It's too censored.
I get the good news on Facebook.
TikTok is pretty censored too, but
I get the good news on Facebook.
But I love that. For me, Instagram is strictly business, which is crazy because Instagram used to be my favorite platform. Mm-hmm. Like when it first started out. Yeah. I miss the days where people just posted what they were eating, their shoe game,
right?
Like,
right.
Some cool sunset.
Yeah.
I miss those days. Now it's just marketing, business, naked girl marketing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's
like a long running commercial.
It is.
It's not authentic anymore.
And then it's like there's ads within the ads.
Right.
Within the ads.
Right. Like your friend, your friends that you're following are putting up ads.
Yeah.
And then there's ads.
Yeah. It's like you're posting you get sponsored by somebody or whatever, so you're making an ad for the sponsorship, and in the ad you have another ad for somebody else's because you got these shoes on and you got this shirt on and now you got this sponsorship, and then but halfway through your ad there's an ad.
Right. Speaking of sponsorships, I got contacted yesterday.
Yeah.
For my first brand deal.
Nice.
For
Congratulations.
YouTube. Thank you.
Congratulations.
It's a company that makes backdrops.
Okay. That'll be cool.
So I would get 15%. I would get like a code. Mm-hmm. And I get 15% if anybody orders.
That's cool. That's dope. Yeah. check him out when he starts posting it, yo.
Yeah, man. I got some cool stuff on the site too.
Yeah.
They're gonna send me some free stuff, just whatever ones I choose.
Well, yeah, that's dope.
I'm just gonna market it. I'm gonna use it for the studio.
Because why not?
Then be like, make a video about that, and then that's for them.
Exactly. And content for you.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been working with this tall women's clothing brand called Above the Crowd, and they're based in Maryland, and it's dope. So like, so I've done a few.
I think I saw some of those.
Yeah. All my tall ladies, shop with them. Above the Crowd. Check them out. Check them out. When I tell you, them pants is long. Like, I'll be like, hold on now. Do I need to adjust this? And she even has tutorials on how to hem your pants and fix it. And like robes, all kind of stuff. And it's just, it's so amazing because I genuinely have never had a robe that actually goes down to my ankles. They all be like mid-calf.
Just get a man's robe.
It's too big on the shoulders. It'd be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look like I got on somebody's granddad robe. Like, I'm trying to be comfy.
You know? Amazonians.
You know, it's a struggle out here. But I do like doing brand shoots and like working with clothing brands and smaller brands. I don't know how it is working with bigger brands, honestly, because I've never really worked with one. But I don't know if I would really like it. I mean, I'm down to try, but
I know some people that has done some big stuff in the industry. I hear good things. I do. Well, I always hear that working like independently is more enjoyable because when you're with a big company like that, you don't mean anything. You're just a number. Like if you're not, they talk to you any type of way. What can you say?
Yeah, and I don't do well with that, which is why I've never done it. Because I'm the type to walk out in the middle of the set. But
then that could get you blackballed.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'll just start doing something completely different. Like I don't which is why I've stuck to being independent and having control. And yeah, because it's the same reason why I'm not in corporate America. Like I didn't avoid that, do this. That's crazy. Just in a different form.
Corporate America, that was something else.
Yeah.
I was in corporate America for basically 10 years.
Really?
Working for AT&T. Like my whole 20s.
Yeah.
Or mid 20s to like mid 30s or something like that. That was it was cool at first. It was cool until the recession, 08. That's when they changed. It was like, oh, you guys need us now, because nobody was really hiring it back then. So it was like, oh, do what I tell you,
right?
Or
we'll fire you.
Yeah, starve.
Yeah,
it's just like
that's terrible.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
That was my introduction to like, this world ain't what I thought it was.
Yeah, I had that introduction pretty early on myself. My first job was my very first job when I was like, I think I was like 16, 17, was at Pinkberry, frozen yogurt place in Harvard Square in Cambridge. And it was so weird. It was so weird. The manager used to come out to check to make sure I was smiling.
That's crazy. I feel like that's what they do at Chick-fil-A.
You know what I mean? So. Yeah, like the pleasantries, was like, why you're here. You're here to be nice to the people, and it's like, first of all, we're in Boston. That's weird. Yeah. Nobody's this nice here.
That's crazy.
Calm down. But yeah, that was very strange. And then I got into the restaurant industry pretty early, and that was my awakening. That was my, oh, you mean nothing to anybody, like at all. When you like look at,
I understand that though.
When you look at your sales and how much money you're making the company versus how much you're walking away with versus what you're getting paid hourly. That's $2.
Don't you make your money with the tips though? I've known waitresses that made more than I made when I was working a corporate job.
Well, that's the thing, and that's why the industry is still thriving, right? Is because yes, you can make more money than normal people do hourly. But the business model in itself is terrible. The environment is super toxic. It's all, you know what I mean? Like the turnover rate is crazy in the restaurant industry. Yeah. Yeah. And like another thing we've been talking about in school is like, you know, as Americans, Western medicine and all that fun stuff, we like to look at the body as different pieces and not as one whole thing. But one of the biggest things I think about American culture that's different, and part of the reason why we're so unhealthy, is because we don't care, beyond not caring about like what we're putting in our body. We also have people that are angry and full of resentment preparing our food, and then we're taking it in, and everything is energy. You know what I mean? Like energy gets passed through everything. So I've been thinking about that so much, and I'm like, especially after working in the restaurant industry, I'm like, do I really want to be eating out?
I'm seriously thinking about not eating out.
You know
anymore.
what I mean?
Going back to TikTok, my algorithm has been on 10 when it comes to showing what's going on. Like
sanitation
people
wise,
yes,
yeah.
Like,
Restaurants get away with some nasty stuff.
I mean, we've always heard that, always known that, but like it's going past just. It's ridiculous. Like I saw a video. It was a guy in Lenox Mall, Atlanta. He's at an Asian. I can't. It's Asian spot, right? He's filming. There's roaches, like, you know how they have the trays, like they're preparing stuff, and they have the trays like behind the counter thing. There was roaches just running down the spoons into like some salad, and he was like, just filming it. I mean, nobody ain't saying nothing.
Yeah. Now Atlanta is a different beast.
But no, I mean these are everywhere. I'm just pointing that one out.
Yeah. No, Atlanta though specifically, I wouldn't eat in Atlanta.
I saw.
I wouldn't eat nothing in Atlanta.
I haven't had a buffet in.
No.
I haven't had a buffet probably since.
No.
09 or something, right?
No.
I saw a video as a Golden Corral.
Oh.
You know
that's
how
why you fucked up. Oh.
You know how they have the. You know the big carts they bring the food out on?
Yeah.
What do you think they store those carts at? Like while they're waiting for the food at the buffet, like to get slim, and then they bring it in. Where do you think they store those carts at?
By the trash. I don't know. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Outside. No. It was like 4 of them outside.
By the trash.
Right beside the trash.
I seen that video. I know what video you're talking about.
What?
No, like literally the trays. Half the time when people are preparing your tray that they like carry out in the back, that shit is being set up on top of a trash can. Like people are like,
no.
No, I understand.
These
what
are
you're saying.
outside.
These were outside
because they were like,
I know, by the dumpsters.
Yeah, there was like it's not enough space.
I seen that video
in the back.
I seen that video, but I'm talking about like in regular like 3, 4, 5-star restaurants. They're disgusting. Like I worked in some places that had like a 98 sanitation rating, and I'm like, ha. Who do y'all know to get this 98?
What I understand. Well, I worked at I briefly worked at a restaurant when I was in high school. Now, generally they were clean, so nothing bad. I never saw anything, but they know when the sanitation person is coming in.
Well,
So that week, we were like
cleaning,
super clean.
Yeah, they'll have you scrubbing the walls and stuff.
So that's how they pass.
Well, sometimes, but they do have the surprise. They can have surprise inspections if somebody calls, and then also, the other thing is that like the sanitation rating isn't all just about cleanliness. It is also about like, is everybody properly licensed? Does everybody have the right like food and safety certificates and stuff like that? That also goes into that grade. But like just based off of the places that I've personally worked and the things that I saw people getting away with, I was like, there's no way.
It's crazy, man.
Like there's no way.
I think things have just gotten worse since the pandemic.
There's no way. But I also...
I feel like people have gotten worse.
Yeah, definitely. Standards have gotten worse.
Like with everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like...
Yeah.
Is the convenience really worth it?
I don't know. No, if you like... Because I'm realizing, too, I be feeling terrible after I eat out.
Yeah, and the food don't even taste as good.
No, the food is not good. Like, the food is not good.
I thought it was just me.
No.
But I've started to see people on Facebook make posts like... Just like kind of generally asking like, is fast food the same to y'all? Like, or they'll say like I went somewhere and it wasn't good, and I'm like, I don't recall hearing this as frequently as I do now. Like,
Yeah.
Years ago. So I stopped eating fast food back in like July. I haven't been to any fast food place. I didn't think that was possible, but
I can't remember the last.
I think
one.
next I might just be phasing out restaurants.
Yeah.
I went to one of my favorite places to get pizza is Marco's Pizza.
Oh, well, you got to do better.
Marco's is good. I mean, as far as like some fast.
I mean, yeah,
quick,
but like quality wise,
Yeah.
you got to do better.
I mean, that's when I need something on the spot.
Yeah.
I would go to a pizzeria if But I went in there, and I'm just like waiting for somebody to come to the front so I can pick up my order. But while I'm standing there, I'm just looking, and it's like nobody wears gloves anymore. And then I learned my sister talks to a guy that's in the restaurant industry, and he also used to be an inspector, and he was like, after the pandemic, it's not a requirement to wear gloves anymore. It's voluntary. So nobody wears them.
What do you mean?
So I'm watching this guy, man.
What do you mean it's voluntary? That was a requirement before the pandemic.
It's been changed. They don't have to anymore. It's voluntary now. And it made sense because I was in there. I'm looking at like 5 young kids. Nobody has gloves on. It was an older guy. This is the guy that was making the pizzas. I'm looking at him. And I mean, and not to be, listen, man, not to be,
Don't cancel him.
yeah, don't cancel me. But this was a heavy set, sweaty looking guy. No gloves on. He's just spinning the dough. It's just falling on it. I was like, I almost canceled my order, yo. I went through with it, but seeing that, I'm like, he looked like he don't wash his hands. He could be the cleanest dude in the world, but I'm just going by. He looked like he might not. And I mean, he's just spinning it. I mean, and I think logically, this is dough. He's a male. He has hair on his arms. If the dough's falling all like, why? You know that pizza got hair in it, bro. So it's like, I think I might be done, yo. Yeah. Restaurants might have to be very few and far in between going forward. Yeah. Cause I'm just more conscious about things now. And mice have been like, you couldn't pay me to eat at Popeyes. I've seen so many videos of Popeye restaurants. Rats are in the chicken. They're in the packs of bread, just chilling. I've seen countless. I'm telling you, TikTok be on some ish.
And you see, this is why
I'm gonna start sending you some videos.
picky. You don't need to do that. Like, I already don't trust in these places, so it's fine. I'm not eating in these places. I really don't eat fast food. I think out of all the restaurants I worked at, there's only one that I will still eat at, and it's Noodles and Company.
I don't know what that is.
You've never been to Noodles and Company?
I have not.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever heard of Noodles and Company.
What?
I'm from Laurinburg, North Carolina.
I mean, there's Noodles and Company on Wendover.
There is?
Yeah, like it's a chain.
Beats me.
Yeah, that's the only place that I've worked that I would go back and happily eat from, because from my time there and then just overall, I mean, it's a good company and they make everything fresh. It's like in between fast food and like a sit down restaurant. So like you still walk up and you order your food and then you get a number. It's not a full service restaurant, but your food is made fresh and like they're cutting up the vegetables in the bag.
Is it kind of like Viva La Chicken?
Yeah, kind of, but nothing's already made. They're making everything fresh. Like they're making your sauce and they're making, your chicken breast and stuff. They're cooking that to order, all that. That's the only place that I'll still go back and eat.
Did you hear about you don't do Chick-fil-A?
No.
Did you hear I think their chicken sandwich has like 70 something ingredients?
No, I stopped eating Chick-fil-A probably 2 years ago because
me too.
it was like
I noticed it.
a couple times. There was a switch. I don't know what happened, but the couple times I got sick after eating Chick-fil-A.
I noticed
I got super sick.
I didn't get sick, but I got like dizzy for a brief second.
I got sick.
Maybe like
I like
10, 15 minutes after eating it.
I like threw up both times.
I kind of had like I felt queasy for a few seconds. And I was like, what is this? And then, of course, like an idiot, I went back again a little bit later. And I didn't get that feeling, but it was just, I was like,
something's off.
This don't taste like it used to taste. Chick-fil-A used to be fire to me, son. And it just wasn't, I was like, the chicken.
Back in like 2010? Yeah.
You know what I noticed? It was shortly after, and it took time for me to put two and two together. But you remember when they started talking about a chicken shortage or chicken wing shortage, all that stuff? It was shortly after that I noticed like,
yeah,
this ain't the same.
Chick-fil-A.
So I quit going.
Also, when they expanded, I think that has a
I think
part
they
in
started,
it also.
they started using less quality products.
Yeah. The only thing I'll get from Chick-fil-A now, like if I ever do go to a fast food place, because I'm like with friends or whatever, the only thing I'll get is like a drink and some fries maybe. I don't trust none of the fast food meat. I don't go to Cookout. I'm not eating no burgers.
I heard Cookout is probably the best because it's owned. They're all owned by one person. He won't allow franchises.
Yeah.
And he won't expand.
That's good.
So he's still.
That's good.
So the quality is still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like the charred taste in their burgers.
Wow.
So
you don't like Cookout food?
No, it's like it's an artificial flavor. Like I like the actual real char taste. I can deal with that, but like that artificial char, I don't like it.
I never was a big. I would only get chicken tenders when I went there.
I like their sides. Chick-fil-A or not Chick-fil-A. Cookout got some good sides. Yeah. Them motherfucking cheddar bites.
That food's too heavy for me.
Oof, love them cheddar bites.
But yeah, so yeah, definitely. Food is changing for me. I'm trying to become a 90% fruitarian. I've been studying that. I've been studying that a lot. And it's kind of how we used to eat. Yeah. Everything else was periodically.
Yeah.
Like meat and all that stuff. We weren't eating meat 3 times a day, 3 meals a day.
Well, yeah, a lot of our ideas of food and stuff has been messed up and is being capitalized off of. People are just clueless. Oh, gosh, I can go on a tangent. But this was great. This was really good. Y'all.
We had a food podcast today.
We had a food podcast.
Photographer and a model.
Like, who knows what we're talking about?
Yeah, man.
Honestly. But y'all let me know. What are your opinions on food? And have you noticed any changes in these last couple of years? Like, whether it be in quality or just how it affects you or the taste?
If you say no, you gotta be obese. I'm gonna cut that.
You gonna get us all canceled?
Controversy sells.
Week. Yeah. Yeah. Just think about that. Just think about it and think about what effects you've seen and differences you've seen since. Like, I gotta stop drinking. I can't drink no more.
Alcohol?
Mm-hmm. Last 2 times I drank, I got a fever. I didn't even drink a full drink.
What?
Right.
I didn't know you were a drinker.
I'm not.
Where were you drinking? Drank was it like, what was the brand? If you don't mind saying.
I don't know. Like the first, a week or 2 ago, I had like a couple sips of some red wine, and then this week I had a couple sips of a mojito, so some rum in there. But I literally did not finish either drink and had a fever the next day both times, and I'm just like, well, I figured that out, but I'm done with this. I'm over it. I'm done with it. Yeah, I can't. My body is reacting to stuff so differently now. It's crazy.
Do it fast.
It's crazy. I mean, I unintentionally fast all the time.
Like intentionally fast, like a period of time. Go 5 days, just water.
No, I'll lose 20 pounds. I can't do that.
You won't lose 20 pounds.
I promise. You don't understand how my weight
on average
fluctuates. No, you don't.
With a fast.
You don't understand me.
On average, you will lose two. The average person will lose 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds a day. So if you do 5 days, that's 10 pounds.
I'm not.
As soon as you start eating, it's gonna come right back.
No, I've already lost 15 pounds that I didn't want to lose. I'm not doing no fast.
But it ain't about the weight loss. It's about
I'm not doing the
it
fast.
will reset your body,
Nah, I'm good on that.
your immune system, all of that.
Nah, I'm going to sauna.
That ain't gonna.
I'm going to sauna.
See, you try to help people, man. Look into it. Look into the health benefits of it, and maybe you'll be like.
I mean, like I said, I unintentionally fast all the time, but I'm not eating food when I already have a crazy relationship with food. I'm not doing that for
It's
5
not
days.
starving. It's not.
5 days with no food is crazy.
That's not crazy.
That is crazy.
We like.
Nah.
It seems crazy to you because you grew up in this country and that's all you know.
No, it's not. Like, as somebody, again, who can go a day or two without eating, I'm not going 5 days without eating.
We'll do
my
2
body
days.
will literally shut the fuck down if I go 5 days without eating.
Do 2 days. Then.
Like,
Do 24 hours. Just water.
that is more
Okay.
realistic.
All right. Do this instead of doing a water fast. How about you try a fruit fast?
Yeah, that I could do.
Just eat fruit.
That I can do. Again, this is shit that I do regularly. Like, in the summer, that's all I eat is fruit. So like this, I'm not a normal American when it comes to like my body and all of that. I don't take care of myself like motherfuckers here take care of. All this Popeyes and all that Marco's pizza and shit.
I don't eat Popeyes.
I'm not
I was
eating
just telling you
Marco's.
about that. I
I'm
don't
not
eat
eating
Popeyes.
none of that. You know what I mean? But no, what I am getting is all my fucking blood work and stuff done, so I can actually figure it out what's going on. But either way, regardless, alcohol is poison. My body's probably just reacting properly to that. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be another episode. We're gonna talk about y'all in this goddamn drinking, this functioning alcoholic culture, because it's beyond.
It's gonna be a lot of that this weekend.
It's beyond.
G-Ho, folks.
Listen,
You do anything for G-Ho?
no.
I stopped
hate
like
the masses.
8 years ago.
I've never done anything for G-Ho.
I ain't trying to run from.
I've never done anything for any homecoming really ever.
I used to do it every year
I have no interest in it.
up until about the time my daughter was born.
I think the only thing I might have done during homecoming season is go to a couple concerts or something. But like,
I used to do the comedy show, the concerts, club, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, every year. But yeah, I'm over all that stuff. You won't find me in nobody's club. You can't even hire me to do photography in a club at this point. I don't like those crowds.
yeah, I went to the Chappelle show.
I wanted to go, man.
You didn't
Them
miss
tickets-
nothing.
Them tickets was
You didn't
a
miss
little
nothing.
expensive.
You didn't miss nothing.
Really?
You did not miss anything.
I don't think he's funny anymore.
He's not funny.
He kind of just gives like
Dave Chappelle is not funny.
hot take. He
Cancel me.
He
Oh my God.
It's like TED Talks. No.
It's like, literally, yeah, it's like TED Talks. Like, this was the weirdest. Oh my God. It was so weird. It was so weird. It was so fucking weird. Like, he was meticulous in his planning because he knew he was just going up to offend people. But he wasn't meticulous in planning to be funny.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So, like, your phone had to be locked. Everybody's phone had to be locked. You got.
But
these
everybody
little
does. A lot of
lock
people
pouches.
do that now, though.
Yeah.
That's kind of common.
I just went to a comedy show. Cedric the Entertainer, DC, Young Fly, Mike Epps, and somebody else. No phones was locked.
It's the big. It's expensive to do that. It's the big people.
I don't care. Phones was locked. You couldn't bring in a drink with a lid. You couldn't bring in a closed bottle. They wouldn't even sell bottles at the PNC Arena because you can only bring in a cup without a lid so that if you were to throw it, all of the liquid would fall out before it got to him and you couldn't actually hit him. He was planning for people to throw shit at him.
It's pretty smart.
Because he knew he was going up there to not be funny. Like the whole special, you know, he's been getting in trouble with the transgender community. Half of the special was him making jokes about how he's not supposed to be making jokes about the transgender community, except it wasn't really a joke. It was just him talking about it. Like, it wasn't funny.
Okay. But the last couple of Netflix specials he did, are those better than what this was?
Definitely.
Okay. Because I didn't even think those were that great.
Exactly.
Compared to like old Dave?
Exactly. In comparison to old Dave, those were nothing. But those two were
worse than
definitely better. This was terrible. I'm talking
This is
about,
getting filmed though.
I
This is supposed to
didn't-
come out. I heard.
Yes, that was a Netflix special that I went to see.
Yeah.
That was a Netflix special.
I know a lady that was in charge of like hiring.
That shit was
people to film
terrible. It was so bad. Like, I literally think people were in the audience getting paid to laugh because it was really just not that funny. It was really not.
It's like that at every comedy show, though.
It was not
I think
funny.
it's because they're people in the moment. They respond the way they're supposed to. I've been to comedy shows. People were terrible, and everybody around me just I'm like.
It was bizarre. The energy was super dark. I hate the PNC Arena. I'm never going to another show at the PNC Arena. I'm good.
I think I saw.
I'm good. I'll be
Chris
going
Tucker
to
there.
all of my shows in Greensboro or Charlotte. I'm never going back to the PNC Arena. I do not like the energy there. I hate the people in Raleigh anyway. So it's like, no. It was just not a good show. It was not a good experience. I think I lasted like 50 minutes of it, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to go.
Oh, you left?
Yeah, I didn't even stay the whole thing. I didn't even stay the whole thing. I got there right before he got on stage. I missed all the opening acts. Got there right before he got on stage. Left like 20, 30 minutes before he finished because I was...
Oh, I'm glad I saved my money.
Yeah. And I only went because we got some last minute tickets from somebody that were like for the low because I'm not spending $250 on nosebleed seats for Dave Chappelle.
Definitely.
I'm not doing it. I got better priorities. But yeah. Anyways, this was good. I think we talked for a really long time.
We did. It's like 43 minutes.
Yep. Great.
I got the longest podcast with Speed.
You did. Y'all tap in with us. Let us know how you feel. Let me know if you want to come on the podcast. Thank you for coming.
Peace.
Peace.